you heard Francesca, then Francesca is there. With my apologies. And Skip's there. And so far, don't need the computer tonight to listen. Let's hope that holds up. And is there anyone else that wants to be put on the list before I start the net? If so, please call now.
Alpha India 6 Lima Yankee.
6. I do terrible. I can't phonetics and it doesn't make letters in my mind, but I did it. AI6LY. I've got you. And who else? All right. Then let's get things started, and welcome to the Monday night West Coast AMI net. And the purpose of this net is to promote the preservation, restoration, and enjoyment of AM equipment, and to enjoy using the AM mode of communications, which is modulating a carrier amplitude-wise. Anyone with an AM signal is invited to join into the net tonight, and you don't have to be a member of AMI to check in. If you'd like to become a member, link go on my computer. I can't print this. It won't print. If you'd like to become a member of AMI, you can easily join. You'll get your certificate and your own personal ID number. And you go to the website, AM International, all one word, aminternational.club, CLUB, and that's where you go to join AMI, and you can pay the $5 fee online and get your certificate rather quickly now. And if you want to mail off for it, you can do that too. That's send off to John McGrath in 9 AMI, and his address is P.O. Box 1422, Silver Springs, Nevada, 9429. John's good in QRZ, so I'll look it up. I'll be your host this evening. I'm Steve, KM6SYD, in Long Beach, AMI 1708. Running a CCA AM1000D AKG microphone, inverted V at 70 feet, fed with window line. What else? Oh yeah. You can also visit our the group's other website, which is westcoastami.com, and there's pictures and info about our group there. When I call you, and more things too that I can't figure out how to do, like video and all that kind of stuff. I tried, and I just can't. When I call you, please give your name, location, AMI number if you have one, and about your equipment or anything else you want to talk about. And if you want to list something you want to sell or something you're looking for from the group, some piece of equipment or something, do so during your check-in. Let me know if you want to be on the list for the roundtable that follows the net tonight. And I'll put you on the list for the roundtable. And I'll keep checking for stations that want to be added to the list for the net as we go through. So if you're not on the list yet, if you're not on the list yet, I'll pick you up in a minute or two. So let's go ahead and do a tune-up, and then we'll get things started.
Could be from the Romeo Hotel, NA7RH. NA7RH.
And 6BZY.
Okay, NA7RH, I have you. Bob, I have you on the list. So let's kick it. Ken said he's checking out. But in case you didn't check out, Ken, in case you... We'll give you a try. K6DJ8, Ken. KF6SYD calling. Yeah, so, over to Mike, KM6QQU. Mike, how you doing tonight? It's your turn.
All right, Steve. KF6SYD, this is KM6QQU, Mike in Yucca Valley. AMI number is 1768. We are running the ART-13 with the homebrew power supply. Compliments of Ken, K6CJ8, that didn't show up. And it's a BC348Q model, which is Dynamo Ran, which you can hear my signature trademark in the background now. And the homebrew power supply and speaker I made to operate that dynamo. Full wave loop antenna, being tuned in by the SA2068 Heathkit antenna tuner, which is behind me. So in front of me I have the Heathkit HM102 watt meter, so I can see what I'm doing here. No on the round table, no on the swap. But thanks for taking the night tonight, Steve. You have yourself a good night. Same with everybody else. KF6SYD, this is KM6QQU.
All right, Mike, sounding very nice in the Long Beach tonight. And I do hear the motor whirring in the background, which is, that's a nice touch. I see a little crackly stuff on my...
I'm doing all right, Daddy. Don't just think of my head squib.
There, quit. I don't know where the crackly sound is coming from. I can almost hear it in the room. Oh, well. Better crackle than having things stop working. All right. Next is Ron, KD6BWS. Thank you, Ron, for getting the group going and making the list for tonight. So, Ron, go ahead and take it.
All right, Steve. Thank you. Yeah, I hear the crackling in there. That's something is getting ready to crackle out on you. Anyway, KD6BWS, Ron and Joshua Tree. AMI number 1671. And tonight I'm running the Valiant version 1. 50 watt carrier, feed it with the Turner Bus 3 microphone. Receive it on the MC125. With the Q multiplier turned off right now because signals are good. And feeding that up to the
I think I found one that you could buy on eBay.
Antenna tuner. And outside in front of the antenna tuner is the W4 volt watt meter. So I can see what I'm doing.
Yeah, this was $9.
Hopefully it stays up there at 150 and doesn't drop on me. Anyway, that's coax up to the antenna.
$700 on eBay.
5/8 wave long on this frequency, 25 feet in the air. Quarter wave counter ponies running underneath of it on the ground. And no other swap or round turning, but 3 and 4 and 4 and 5. So it's all yours, Steve. KM6SYD, KD6BWS.
All right, Ron. I see where this crackle is. No, that didn't help.
They had flat ribbon cable, so yeah, you're probably right. It's probably just straight across. Just lay the
connection?
wires
No.
out. Start in the middle and work your way out.
Oh, I wish I didn't even know it was there. It's not that much of a crackle. We'll just go with the crackle tonight. I'll fix it sometime in the daytime. I can come up here, nobody's here, and make it crackle all day and find it. Oh boy, the crackle really messes my brain up. Still, N6WHK. You know,
Hang on, it'll be on its way.
when you stop doing the rain dance, okay, first of all, when you start doing the rain dance, you don't get rain right away. So you do it every week, and then eventually, 3, 4, 5 weeks later, here comes rain. Well, when you quit, it doesn't stop right away, and I'm so sorry. Here comes another batch of storms, and I didn't mean to do it, but Julie and I, we're going up tomorrow to Mesa Grande to check all the culverts, and I got a lake up there with there's a big tree floating in it that it fell over when the lake was empty. When the lake filled up, there it is floating, 2,000-3,000 pound tree floating next to the face of the dam. So we got to go up and tie a rope around it, and I'm going to drag it over. I'm going to tie it off to a tree on the other side of the lake from the spillway, so I will get the tree getting sucked in the spillway, plugging it up, and have the dam go out. So that's tomorrow what we're going to do, and I wouldn't be having to do it if I didn't do the rain dance too much. So anyway, here it comes, and hope it doesn't do too much damage to your place. Anyway, N6WHK, Phil, it's your turn. Go ahead.
N6WHK, picking it up. Well, I am actually supposed to be going up to Mesa Grande this weekend, too. My reenactment group is going to be up there. They're going to have a hoedown, and with there's stuff going on. Anyway, it's an annual deal. Once a year they do it. It's real close to you. It's on the other side behind the Boy Scout camp over in there. It's all private property, and we enjoy and have fun up there. I take my black powder rifles up and do a little plinking here and there. Wear the costume, and I just have a good time. They used to have drinks and everything, but I've got rid of most all that. I don't even go up for the day anymore. Anyway, here my number 1661. Running the normal equivalent Johnson Viking Ranger. Number 18110. L4B, about 200 watts, plus or minus, more likely on the minus side. Johnson Matchbox, just to keep everything under control. B104, not amplified, so I hope the audio is okay. And about a 235, 240 pack, maybe more loop. I lost count. And that's about all we got here. And I won't be around for the round table, but I will listen through after that. And have fun up there at Mesa Grande. I always do when I go up. And back to you, KD6ZWS. Oh, I've got the wrong call. Go ahead.
As long as hey, no, there was a guy, a neighbor across the street, Chet, he used to do that too. He'd be gone for a week or two. And sometimes he'd travel, further away to be in a group. And I think I saw that one time you come up that first grade from San Isabel, you run through some flatland and go up that first real windy grade up at the top of it. I think I saw a group up there one time. Anyhow, have fun. Oh, the tuner, look at that one. I got the tuner. Why did I do that? Ooh, I got it. Okay. The snow, it's supposed to snow. Bring your snowshoes. I think you'll be trudging through a little bit of that this weekend. So, Phil, have fun. I'll be interested in knowing how that all turned out. All right, next, Vaughn, K6ZTA. How's everything tonight? KF6SYD.
Yeah, KF6SYD, K6ZTA. Okay, thanks, Steve. Well, we're doing okay. We're doing all right. Now let me go through the routine here first. Hand handle is Vaughn, Victor Oscar November, and we're in Woodland Hills, and my AMI number is 1757, and we're running the Viking 2. We've got an SX96 receiver, and we've got an inverted V hanging off of our tower. And now that everybody's talking about this wind, it's making me nervous. I think I'm going to lower my tower a bit. Let the tower nest a few feet so it strengthens the whole system. Everything gets a little tougher when there's a little more overlap in the sections of the tower. So I'm going to go lower that tomorrow morning probably, and then we'll ride out the storm. And maybe it'll snow again here in Woodland Hills. Anyway, don't have much else here. No on the swap, no on the round table, and we'll listen around and talk to you guys later. KF6SYD, K6ZTA.
All right, on K6ZTA, K6SYD. All right, I pulled up Woodland Hills. On the computer I use the Weather Underground, and they have if you go to the 10-day forecast, they chart out all this stuff. So wind for you tomorrow evening. This thing I'll pop up on screen. It's 10 miles an hour. But and then for Wednesday afternoon it goes up to 20 miles an hour. The wind prediction. So if it'll take 20, maybe you don't have to do anything. And sometimes they're wrong. Sometimes they'll predict 20 and it's big gusts of wind. So that I can't guarantee that it's not going to be more than that. So yeah, it looks like Tuesday nights though, or Wednesday afternoon's the worst wind. After that, a little bit less. But I hope you do the right thing and don't end up with anything to repair on your tower. Looks like I'll be taking my antenna down to bend the mast over. Listen, I'm gonna try turning this ugly, distracting when I turn off the. Did it go away? No, the crackle's still there. That didn't work. Okay, it continues to distract me and bother me. I'll have to fix this crackle sometime. Okay, Vaughn, good luck with the tower, and I'll take precautions over here. Looks like it's gonna get a little windy. KN6 IYC Larry, over to you for the Monday Night Net. It's your turn.
Bring my phone with my parents. Oh man, it is no fun. Not that dealing with the parents is hard stuff because it gets really emotional. And we got family members involved, and they can get ugly really quick.
2000 feet, dating back to 1988, you know, my mom was still here in Springfield. My grandmother was still alive. She has September of 1967 up in San Bernardino, and I heard it also in the year before that. And once again, I think I was 9 years old when I went to my grandpa's funeral. That's California, but those are the only two real big ones. I was 30 years old. Mom was 86, so remember, 64 years old now, so. Anyway, I never spaced out long enough. I didn't have to worry about being one parent 1 week and the second parent the week after that. Speaking into the mighty Penguin MC90S microphone, and that's going over.
Yes, sir. Yeah, because I lost my mom 20 years ago, and then my dad passed away 10 years ago. So yeah, they went real quick.
1-to-1 turn balance to my inverted.
But I know it was when my dad got down, that was some time-consuming stuff, and that definitely got emotional with family members and other things. But it all works out in the end. And then I tried to lose myself about 2.5 years ago, and I don't want to do that again. If I do it again, I want it to just take me out and finish me off. I wish it had fallen off the ladder. I broke a blood vessel in my brain and started bleeding back there and messed me up and got lost use function on my left side. My left arm and left leg don't work that great anymore. So it slowed me way down.
All right. Good copy, Larry. And yeah, the only time it snowed, it was, 1978. I was at work and it started hailing in Paramount, and the street was white. And the guy I was working with, he walked out of the door onto the sidewalk and slipped and fell on his butt. And it's the only time it ever happened. And the truck driver came by. He's an older guy. He goes, I've been doing this for 30 years. I've never seen this before. So it was really something else to see that. Well, it's not crackling as much. I pushed all the buttons on this Behringer stuff. I think it got dirty switch, so I'll have to do. That's better now. All right, let's put out a call and see if there are any stations that are waiting to get on the list for the net tonight before I continue with the net. If so, please call now.
Tango Kilo X-ray.
I didn't hear anything. Are there any relays? Okay. Next up, Paul. How you doing tonight? N6BZY. It's your turn. Go ahead, Paul.
Okay, KF6SYD in the group N6BZY. Yeah, I was going to suggest, Steve, that you look at the beginning of your audio chain, and I was going to ask if you had a equalizer or something up front. So there it was. I think if I was you, I'd take that thing apart and clean all the switches and with the contact cleaner and put it back together. You probably never have that trouble again. Right now, it's not doing it at all. It's nice and clean. Anyway, N6BZY, Paul in Lemon Grove, just east of San Diego, AMI number 278278. Using the usual stuff here, the Super Senior 8040 model. Running through a Bird watt meter into a Dentron Super Tuner up to an inverted V at 35 feet. We're using a D104 amplified microphone. Well, it's a specially designed audio circuit to match up this particular radio. And receiving on a National NC300. If anybody needs any particular equipment, I've got a bunch of excess stuff around here. At least half a dozen to a dozen things that I'm not using anymore that are sitting around. So let me know what you need, and maybe we'll be able to match up. Anyway, other than that, nothing for the round table. Everybody have a good one. KF6SYD and 6BZ and a lavish Y. Going that away.
All right, Paul, great signal. And I'll try to guess what excess stuff you have and think if I need any of it. And if anyone else wants to have some of Paul's excess stuff, get a hold of Paul. He wants to lighten the load. Thanks, Paul. Next up, Bob, WA9, JIB, in Requinata. Bob, go ahead and take your turn.
Okay, KF6SYD, WA9JIB, Bob over here in La Cañada. Boy, Paul, that's tempting offer. I too have much excess stuff and do not, should not even consider anymore, but just dangling it out there like a mystery, boy, that's hard not to think about. I might have to send you an email. Oh, I really don't need anything. What would be kind of fun to have? I don't know, a Star Roamer. Anybody remember those? Not very good radios, but beautiful package. Anyway, so I'm running my D104 mic into my Johnson Viking Valiant version 1.0. I am rock-bound and bound to rock, as they say. And I get about 140 or 50 watts of power, which it goes on up. My inverted V dipole hanging off the 35-foot mast. And I get an coaxial and the inverter. Receiver, Hammerland HQ129 X-ray. Had to use the crystal filter, position 1, a little while ago from the guys back east, but I think they're fading down or shutting down, and our signals are coming up. So anyway, band's been pretty decent. And I too did hear Francesca in there. So let's see. No MI number for me. No, I'm not going to say anything about buy-sell swap, other than I might send Paul an email. Just find out what the mystery is. Let's see, and I'll say negative on the round table. I started watching a whole new series gifted my girlfriend on my last birthday. Star Trek The Next Generation. She got me all the seasons of it. And I watched the pilot episode last night, so now I'm hooked on that. So I'll probably watch a couple episodes tonight. Anyway, but great to talk to everybody. Happy President's Day. And let's see, Art, great to hear you on again. I'm wondering if that's tonight, if you're right. So anyway, back to you, Steve. KF6SYT, WA9JI.
All right, Bob. Yeah, watched all those when they were making them, when they were new, when they were on television, and that was very enjoyable back then. It's been quite a while since they made that series, but yeah, that's nice. A lot of those are interesting. And Star Roamer, I took a shot and said Star Roamer to my phone, and it gave me a picture of one. That's a nice looking little shortwave receiver. You know, nothing fancy. I like that. I'd never heard of that. Anyhow, enjoy yourself, and it's nice when you can find something good to watch on television and just sit there and enjoy it. It's hard to do sometimes. It was good the other night, Saturday night. They had the scary movie was It's Always the Son of Dracula, and but no, I was flipping through the channels. It was Duel with Dennis Weaver. And I'm like, oh, and I missed the beginning of it, but that's all right. I watched all the rest of it. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, and just sat there and didn't mind the commercials or anything. Enjoyed the heck out of it. So enjoy yourself, Bob. And better turn on the SDR because I don't stand a chance. There, I muted the SDR. So W7LTG, Francesca. It's your turn, KF6SYD calling.
I remember what it looked like.
There's nothing there. Does anybody hear Francesca?
Well, I don't worry about that. Where you got real quiet.
Negative in Santa Monica.
What if the area is better in the dark?
Okay. I tried. Just a little symbol there. Yeah, the crackle's still gone. Art, WA6IPD, how you doing? It's been a while. Go ahead and take your turn.
Thank you. I was wondering if it was sitting here that long, something go bad. Anyway, I'm in Fallbrook, AMI number 63, and I'm running Allied Radio up at the same name. the T150 transmitter, which gives me a little over 100 watts out. And the transmitter, D104 microphone using a Star AT2KG tuner. Roundtable number 7, and we'll see if we can't make it next weekend.
Okay, Art, good copy. Into Long Beach, there's a little noise around you, but that's all right. And, yeah, always enjoyed listening to your stories before the net began. So come back and say hi sometime and tell a story or two. I'd appreciate that. Have a good evening, Art. Next, K6LGL, Skip in Santa Monica. Go ahead, it's your turn.
Well, thank you very much, and good evening to all the San Diego affiliates of the AMI Net on Monday night. Good evening to you. I'm Skip in Santa Monica. So true. My birthday party celebration on last Saturday, I think we probably caught a bit of a chill, so I feel a change in my voice quality, going from bad to worse, which is a typical thing that happens. Okay, this is Skip, K6 Little Green Light. I'm running one of my old suitcases, a plate mounted suitcase that came out of Benton Harbor there in 1955, and this is designated as the DX100 with a massive case, so it's not considered heavy iron, but it's certainly light iron high. And D104 microphone with a few minor acoustic modifications, and it's been up for a generation now. So, AMI number goes back to 1226. 13 and 213, so I remember. Vaughn, this is across the world, I signal, and Paul and Ricky, why doing a great signal, and Snyder Vigo, you just sounding great. And so, no problem at all.
Just trying to even the equation out.
QSB and some signals, but that's typical, remember, the winter type of propagation. So, no round table for me. I'm just going to save my arrows and save my vocal cords high. And just wonder if anybody checked over the Saturday in the Swan Net. I don't know if John N9AMI was there to handle it or not, but the net sort of can run by itself. You know, most of those nets do, and the participants are very, very good at getting things done. So I appreciate that. So, back to you there, Steve, and good to hear Art. Art, get on more often and say hello. So, and hello next to AI6LY and John NA7RH. So, and sorry we couldn't hear Francesca there. She may have been there, but nothing direct anyway. So, over to you, Steve. KF6SYD in Long Beach. K6 Little Green Light.
All right, Skip. Well, you rest them vocal cords up for Wednesday. I don't think you ever missed a Wednesday. I hate to have that happen. So, get well, and happy belated birthday. Okay, I have two more stations on the list, and before I call those two stations, is there anyone who wants to get on the list for the net? Please call now. Okay. Next up, AI6LY. John, how are you doing tonight?
KF6SYD in the group. AI6
A6LY. Good evening, everybody, and thanks for asking, Steve. Doing very well up here. Enjoyed a nice warm day here today. We all know where the thermometer is headed next week. So, and Skip, nice signal. Steve, nice signal. No crackle. Sounds great. And anyway, AMI number 1773, and running on the transmit side, the D104 into the Godson Commander 2, into my amp, out of which comes about 300 watts of carrier up to the inverted V hanging from the tower. On the transmit on the receive side, a new piece of old gear, a Hallicrafters SX32, which is sort of the mildly downscaled version of the SX28, and having a lot of fun with that. Just got it restored enough to operate, and it sounds pretty good, but it got more work to do under the hood, where it's more microsurgery. Anyway, as a consequence of accumulating more gear, it's time to let the SX25. I got it from Vaughn. He got it from Bob, and I don't know where Bob got it. Somebody said it traced its lineage back to Wayne. I don't know if that's true or not. But anyway, if anybody's interested, they can hit me on my email is on QRZ. So that's the SX25. It's in pretty good condition. Receives well. Used to use it on the net. And no on the roundtable. Thanks for taking the net, Steve. And I'll turn it back to you. KF6 SYD and the group AI6LY. Good evening.
All right, John. Good evening to you. And John, AI6LY, wants to lighten the load. He's got a Hallicrafters SX25 that he wants to sell, I believe. And John's good on QRZ, AI6LY, so if you like an SX25, drop John a note. Thanks, John. And finally, and Bob, Doug, I put you on the list just kind of to be funny, but you weren't there a couple of times, so I stopped doing that. But I'm glad to hear you tonight. NA7RH, Bob, there are going to be some storms rolling through here, and we'll send them your way when we're done with them. Go ahead, Bob, and take your turn.
W6JUS. Over there, W6JUS. Okay, very good, Steve. Very nice communication. See some of that when we started working on today. There were a lot of nice clouds up there. No water, though. And I need to turn on the water just in case to make sure I get some hope of resurrecting my front yard. Okay, KF6SYD in the group, NA7RH. Bob here in the Phoenix area, running the old 62.5 Sweet Tooth Special, which is an 8236 in the final at this point, with 4 1625s in parallel push-pull. And going to a Dentron Super Tuner like Paul has there, and out to a flat-top dipole through an old Heathkit remote coax switch, which I recently acquired, and it really helped allow me to switch in all my different dipoles out there. And the audio chain is W2IHY box with an Electret Icon microphone driving the W2IHY. So that's the story on the old homebrew. And George mentioned last week he wanted to see pictures, and we have plenty of pictures. I need to email George because we have all those pictures on the Arizona AM website. J7JEB has the Arizona AM website. You can get to it just by Googling my call or J7JEB's call.
and it will show you the so if you ever desire to do that, and there's a nice one up there too. It's been there a long time, so it's kind of dated, but at least things aren't changed too much. Anyway, not much else going on here, just enjoyed listening to the wondrous CW operators, how those guys can operate at 30 to 35 words a minute and actually get anything out of it is beyond me. My ears are not capable. But maybe if you started young, maybe you could have been able to do that. Anyway, back to you, Steve. No on the swap, no on the round table. AMI number 1543. JF6SYD, NA7RH.
Okay, Bob. And if you don't talk to him first, I'll let George know about how to get pictures of your rig. I remember him asking you, relating to you that he'd like to see what that looked like. So he's not here tonight, but he'll be hosting on Wednesday. And make sure that if you don't let him know, I will let him know where to see the pictures. So thanks, Bob. And John, right at the tail end, WA6JUS, what's going on in your life, John? KF6SYD.
Thank you, Steve. I enjoyed listening. I have, so this is WA6JUS, and John in San Diego, Claremont, Kearny Mesa. An Ampex from 1952-53 that Bing Crosby gave to Hoagie Carmichael. Hoagie Carmichael lived on Bing Crosby's property, I'm told, to the end of his life near Del Mar Fairgrounds. This machine was repaired, and there was nobody to pick him up because he passed. And a friend of mine in the surfing community acquired it and kept it for 35 years. And asked me to take it off his hands. So I'm putting some caps in the transport, see if it'll come alive. The electronics works fine. Just a machine that I'm told was used in the Norman Petty studio, or the same type. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm late. My number is 1258. I'll stick around for a round table. Back to you, Steve, from WA6JUS.
Okay, John, very interesting on the machine. Hope you're able to get it functioning perfectly again. Interesting, very interesting on that. Boy, you're always coming across something that's worth mentioning. That's the list as I have it. Let's put out a call and see if there's anyone else that wants to check in before we close the net tonight. Please call now. All right. And John, you're the only one who's expressed an interest in staying for the roundtable tonight. Julie's waiting dinner on me, so I'm going to go ahead and go down there and not make her sit there and stay hungry longer than she has already. But John, WA6JUS, is staying around for a roundtable. Anyone wants to chat with John, please do. And I'm going to close the net now. Thank you all for being here and participating in the net. We wouldn't have a net without that. Really enjoyed it too. Enjoyed hosting tonight. So 7-3 everyone, and we'll do it again sometime. John, sorry there wasn't anyone else, but maybe someone will join in with you. 7-3 everyone. And thanks again. KF6SYD signing clear.